do you think this hurts her?
I do think it hurts her because I think it, as I said, it feeds an existing perception that she is somehow different, that they play by a separate set of rules, that the normal standards don't apply, and that just stems from the very existence of the server, the private server, regardless of what is discovered on it.
So you think it's going to dog her all the way through?
Gosh, Diana, I wouldn't. Molly put Saga right, and she said 6 months, and I thought in my head, oh, it hasn't been that long. Then I did the math, and it has been that long.
Of course.
Which really is just a never doubt Molly Ball. But yes, and I think it will be for two reasons. One, because of exactly what Cheryl talked about. This reminds people, to the extent people didn't like the sort of Clintons in the presidency. This reminds them of the things they don't like, the secretiveness, the paranoia, the sort of distrust. And I would add one thing onto that, which is the not surrounding yourself with someone who says, hey, we should probably also set up a State Department email, right? So I think it's that. And then I also think it just it feeds the perception that she is a candidate of the past. Do you really want to go back to this? Do you want? Yes, the Clintons bring many good things, but do they also bring this sort of baggage, this stuff that always follows them? And she has not effectively dealt with this. We are in month 6 of this thing, and it's not going to get better now that she has been forced to turn the server over to the federal government. This will continue to be sort of a drip, drip, drip kind of story.
And we see that in her poll numbers, which continue to decline. She continues to be seen as less and less trustworthy as this sort of miasma of scandal gets kicked up around her, partly through her own doing, because the Republican field is in complete meltdown chaos and there are so many candidates, and because Hillary Clinton is all but running a general election campaign at this point, she is really running against herself and running against the perception of her. So there's the perception of Hillary that she would like to create, which is the sort of earnest, hardworking, the fighter for everyday Americans, the person who is rolling out these very substantive policy proposals on a weekly basis. And then there is the perception that her opponents are trying to create with some success, again, aided and abetted by her own mistakes. And that is the image of the Clinton years as this time of constant scandal and trouble and strife. And as Chris said, do you really want to go back to that sort of rolling national crisis?